Welcome to SxS Show 2019. I'm Craig. We're here at the Topps booth, obviously, because I work for Topps. So we're going to talk about some of our new stuff, which seems to be what we always do at SxS Show. First up is called the SxS, which stands for Skull Crusher's Extreme Sidekick. Basically, the first version of this is the SxB, which a lot of people know and have. It's a large outdoor survival knife. It's got like a 7.5 or 8-inch blade, big heavy thing. And what EJ wanted to do with this knife is he wanted to shrink it down and get something that was a little more manageable for your smaller cutting tasks. So he shrunk it down to a whole 4.5-inch blade instead of a 7.5 or 8. So for those of you looking for a small EDC, this is probably still a little on the large side for most people. But it's a solid knife. I mean, we're looking, like I say, about a 4.5-inch blade, roughly the same length on the handle. The only thing we had to do to take the SxB and make it smaller was we had to completely redesign that handle. The one on the SxB has a lot more contouring. There's a lot more shape to it. This one, we needed it to fit a little better in most hands, so we went with a pretty standard handle design. It's still wide enough, so I have, you know, medium to large sized hands, and I got a little bit of extra room on the back there. So Leo, the president of the company, he's got basically XL sized hands, and he fills it up pretty much the whole handle, but it's not too small for him. So 3/16, 1095, black linen micarta handles, same finishes as the SxB, just in a smaller version. So this one's gonna be pretty cool. It will be released in a Kydex sheath rather than in a nylon sheath like the SxB was. So next up, this one's just fun. We've got a Karambit Cleaver, if you will. This was designed by Leo Espinosa. He is the president of Topps Knives, just in case you don't know much about our company. He's been with the company since it started, since about 6 months after they opened the doors. He started sweeping floors, cleaning bathrooms, and now he runs the joint. So kind of the epitome of the American dream, if you will. Basically, most of our designs are his. On the table, out of everything on the table, there's only 3 or 4 designs on this whole table that he didn't do himself, which is pretty cool. And he's got such a creative mind, everything comes out different. So similar in kind of design to the El Chapo, which we released last year, but it's a smaller package and it's got a Karambit type handle on it. So it'll be cool for your outdoor tasks, for your, you know, if you really want a weird EDC knife, this would probably fill that role. But yeah, so there's, you know, everybody that's looking for some hidden special use for this, there's not really one. We just wanted to do something cool. It's fun, it looks good. That's what's going on here.
A lot of work into it.
So it's got a gray powder coat. We've got burlap micarta handles on this. It's got black liners. They're probably hard to see because it's really dim in here. But in the light, you know, when you're outside, that really pops. It looks really good. This guy will more than likely have a Kydex sheath as well. Something else that we're doing this year that I'm excited about because I really like this one. The BoB or the Bros or the Fieldcraft, as it is known, has been our most popular model for the last, I think, 5 years. We've sold a lot of these. It's a 4.5-inch blade. It's kind of that perfect camp knife size. It's 4.5 inches. It's 3/16 thick, so it's heavy and it's strong for its size. It will do pretty much whatever you want it to do. Bushcrafting, survival, all of that. It fits everything. It's not a chopper, but it's not a little tiny EDC either. Everybody loves that thing. We sold so many of them, it's all over the place. So it makes sense that we would make another version of it. We've heard from people that they want a larger version, that they want a smaller version. We got more people asking for a smaller version. So that's what we're doing this year. We've got a 3.5-inch blade. So we shrunk it down by about an inch on the blade, and probably about an inch or an inch and a half on the handle. And This is basically the Fieldcraft, just smaller. So it's still got our famous modified Scandi grind on it. It's got tan canvas handles. It's 5/32 thick, which is kind of a weird thickness. It's in between 1/8 and 3/16, which works really well for this size. We took the Shango notch off. A lot of people just don't like it for whatever reason. We got rid of it from this one, but it fits really well in the hand. It's pretty light. It's just going to be another good all-around knife. 3.5 inches will do probably 90% of cutting tasks out there. This guy, we're not sure yet if we're going to do Kydex or nylon or leather. It's either going to be Kydex or leather. Maybe we'll make an option for both. But yeah, this one's going to be really cool. I'm excited. I have a couple of rows actually, so I'll be getting this one too. All right. Last but not least, we have a beard comb. So not a knife. This was just a funny little thing, kind of a trinket type item. We do anticipate that we'll actually make these and sell them. They're, you know, I mean, who doesn't have a beard nowadays? I could definitely use one of these. Leo and I were both kind of thinking along the same lines that we would make a beard comb, that we would do something like this. And we started talking about it last week, or about a week and a half ago. We started talking about it. And it turned out we both had the same idea. And so we busted one out real quick just so we could bring it to the show, see what people thought. It's so we patterned it off of our tack raise, which is a friction folder, and we just took the new blade and turned it into a beard comb.
Okay, got it.
Works just like a friction folder. Everything's same as the knife version. We'll do what we can to keep the price as low as possible on something like this, where it's not a knife, it's more of a toy anyway. We're gonna use probably a really inexpensive stainless steel. We'll do whatever we can to cut the cost down on this and make it something that people can get pretty easily. But it'll fit that same leather sheath that the tack raises fit. You can wear that on your belt. Just don't forget which one you're carrying, the blade or the beard comb, because you might regret one or the other being used wrong. So that's what we got. We got plenty more stuff. Keep an eye on social media for the other knives that we got. We'll be releasing things throughout the year. And thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Revenue model for you guys too.
Saying Benny know also how you have it set up. Like they already know basically what's going on, but just so they know exactly what's on those.
We do custom screws, custom stuff like that. Anything. Yeah.
I think you told me about this guy.
I mentioned it, but I didn't have his information stuff, and I just updated his website. So we know that was just stuff. It looks nice now, not all. Yeah, that's something we're looking for. Yeah, because different guys. And then